This is something we do every single year at the beginning of the year before the first pay-per-view. It's the odds game. The odds game is tougher, though, this time around because you can't predict what's going to happen in the world. You can predict what's going to happen in your promotion, but, you're going to get a lot of curveballs along the way. Divisions with new champions in 2022. Over 4.5 or under 4.5 at even money.
Yeah, I'd say over.
Usually it typically does hit over at around that price. Next opponent for Conor McGregor. Dustin Poirier, plus 150. Charles Oliveira, plus 300. Nate Diaz, plus 300. Islam Makhachev, plus 400. Rafael Dos Anjos, plus 450. Tony Ferguson, plus 500. Michael Chandler, plus 700. And plus 200 for the field.
I'm going to take Diaz.
Diaz at plus 300. Will there be a two-division champion at the end of 2022? Plus 120 for yes, minus 140 for no.
I'm going to say no.
Number of U.S. states that will hold a UFC event in 2022. Over 6.5, under 6.5, even money.
That's a tough one. So you got Nevada, California, Texas, Florida.
Arizona.
Huh?
Arizona. We go there.
Arizona. New York.
Ohio.
Just one more. What are we doing more?
I'm going to go with the under.
Under, all right. Will Canada host a UFC event in 2022? Plus 200, yes. Minus 300, no.
No.
Realistic odds.
Very realistic.
The UFC opens a new division in 2022. Plus 220, yes. Minus 300, no.
Opens a new division?
Yes.
No.
A Dana White Contender Series alum fights for a title in 2022. Plus 140, yes. Minus 175, no.
That's a good one.
I can give you a couple that are ranked. You got Giga, Alex Perez, Marina Rodriguez, who I think has a shot.
Yeah. I'm going to say yes.
Highest pay-per-view buy rate of 2022. Over 1.6 million at plus 130. Under 1.6 million at minus 150.
So I'm going over. Over.
Countries that hold UFC events in 2022. Over 3.5 plus 150. Under 3.5 minus 180.
Under.
Amount of Conor McGregor UFC bouts in 2022. Over 1.5 is minus 110. Under 1.5 minus 110. So even money.
Say under.
Amount of Khamzat Chimaev bouts in 2022. Over 2.5. Under 2.5. The over 2.5 is juiced to minus 130. Under 2.5 plus 115.
I'll go with the over.
Pay-per-view events headlined by non-title bouts in 2022. Now we already have one. Over 1.5 plus 175. Under 1.5 minus 235.
Heavyweight?
Non-title.
No, non-title bouts.
Oh, non-title
headline
pay-per-view fights? What is it, 1.5?
1.5. Because if we have McGregor coming back, headlining, not fighting for a title, there's a shot.
Yeah, I'll go with the over.
Will Africa host a UFC event in 2022? I know you guys have been working towards this. Yes, plus 200. No, minus 300.
No.
Which continent will have the most champions representing them at the end of 2022? So this is an interesting one. I can give you the champions for each continent if you'd like. North America, minus 200. You got Moreno, Sterling, Rose Namajunas, Pena. Plus 200, South America, you've got Oliveira, Nunes, and Teixeira. Plus 400, you've got Africa, Ngannou, Adesanya, and Usman. Plus 3,000, you've got Asia, just Shevchenko at this point in time. Plus 600, Europe, you've got Jan and Gan, both interim champions. And plus 3,000, Oceania, you have Volkanovski.
I'll go with South America.
South America at plus 200. All right, now here's the fun ones. Will John Jones fight in the UFC in 2022? Minus 300, yes. Plus 230, no.
Yes.
Will Zabit fight in the UFC in 2022? Plus 130, yes. Minus 155, no.
I'll go with a no.
Will Henry Cejudo fight in the UFC in 2022? Plus 150, yes. Minus 185, no.
No.
Will Nick Diaz fight in the UFC in 2022? Plus 250, yes. Minus 325, no.
No.
Will Ronda Rousey compete in the UFC in 2022? Plus 2,000, yes. Minus 3,000, no.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, let's get those headlines turned. Let's get those. I'm typing it up right now on my typewriter. Will Brock Lesnar compete in the UFC in 2022? Yes, plus 1,200. No, minus 1,800.
No.
Will Khabib compete in the UFC in 2022? Yes, plus 1,000. No, plus minus 1,500.
No.
Will Hasbulla compete in the UFC in 2022? Yes, plus 700. No, minus 1100.
Yes.
All right. Will GSP compete in the UFC in 2022? Yes, plus 2500. No, minus 3500.
No.
And finally, I think I know the answer to this one. Will Jake Paul compete in the UFC in 2022? Yes, plus 3,000. Big odds, 30 to 1. No, minus 5,000.
He's under contract, isn't he? He's under contract.
No, I think
Showtime.
he's a free agent right now, is he not? I think his thing with Showtime is done.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't think that.
hasn't been renewed.
I don't know.
Okay, so it's a push, I guess, at this point.
I don't know.
He posted a video of him throwing a kick. It looked pretty good, in my eyes, at least.
Yeah. Yeah. You think he's got it?
Nah, I don't know. When you are recording a video response to this guy, do you ever think, should I be doing this? Like, do you ever think this guy's made his money off of trolling people?
Oh, hell no. No. I wanted him. Listen, and you saw his response. This guy's not serious. This guy's joking around and whatever. Listen, I know I don't do cocaine. You want to test? Let's test. I think that you use steroids. And then he comes back with, oh, that's a compliment. I've been laying around eating. I don't care what you've been eating or how long you've been off. If you cheated in your last fight, USADA will catch you. USADA will get you if you did it. You want to take a drug test? Yeah, no, he does not. So, obviously he didn't want to do. He didn't accept my challenge. And if you're somebody that's going to fight him in the future, push for hardcore drug testing.
All right, Dana. Well, always a pleasure doing this with you. I love doing the odds game. Hope we can do it again next year. And best of luck to you. I'll be tabulating it again and giving you the results in January 2023.
Oh, and by the way, he came back and said he'll do it if I test all my fighters.
For what?
How did the Warlock not tee him up? How did the Warlock not tee him up and let him know that we drug test all our fighters? All of our fighters are drug tested, free. They have the toughest drug testing policy in all of sports.
And we haven't seen a lot of positive tests lately. We haven't seen USADA, here and there, but it seems like it's really actually curbed it in the sport because the amount of sanctions have been lowered.
And so true. And that was our goal when we set out with this drug testing policy. Get all these guys off it. It's better for them health-wise, longevity for their careers. So it absolutely worked.
All right, Dana. Well, I love doing this with you. I like my odds for us doing this again next year. Appreciate you, and looking forward to UFC 270 and every other event you guys have planned for Q1. Looks like a big quarter.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate it.